Okay, so today's video, I didn't really know what to do, and I was sat on FaceTime with my friend yesterday, and we were going through all my wrapped books, and she'd pick a book at random, and I'd unwrap a little bit, and I'd be like, oh, I don't really want to read that. And she was like, well then why have it be randomised? And I was like, you're right. I said to her yesterday, I was like, should I just unwrap all my books? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, I should. And then I was like, why don't I just do it with you? Because I wrapped 57 books before Christmas. So every book I had with me at uni that I hadn't read, there's something on my lens. Every book I had with me at uni that I hadn't read, I'd wrapped up. It might be important to note that my February TBR was randomised. I didn't choose those books, and you'll see why soon. But I have about 20 books here, and I thought it would be fun if we unwrap them together. So, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I said 20 earlier. Oh my god, smart. So, there is no order to this. They are legit wrapped. I don't know what is what. I know number 3 is the Spanish Love Deception. Like, some of them are numbered, some of them aren't, because I bought ones that aren't numbered, used up the rest of my wrapping paper, just so I had, like, random books that I could read on Sundays, because on Sundays I just read a whole book. I spend the whole day reading. It's like my dedicated reading day. So I think we just go down the pile. We'll see what it is. Sort of like buying books, but I don't really know what they are. This one's kind of thick. I know it's not Akatar. Kind of flimsy cover. And, ooh, and maybe you'll get some good book recommendations. So first, to anyone who's going to make a blind TBR video, a hint. If you have paper covers on books, they will, like, mould and colour transfer. Because I've got, like, browns all over the edges of the colour. So first we have Ruth Ozeki's The Book of Form and Emptiness. There's a fake sticker on it, so that's not cool. And it's about this boy called Benny O, who hears voices and stuff. And when he goes to a library, it becomes silent. I basically bought it because the cover and the spot. Look, that was in the bookshop. In an independent bookshop. Look how pretty it is. I'm obsessed. Next we have the thinner one, number 57. Ooh. We have David Fennell's The Art of Death. This is about someone installs an art installation in London Trafalgar Square with like dead corpses? Floating corpses of 3 homeless men. Like an artistic murder thriller mystery thingy. And the whole premise kind of intrigued me. Next, another thin one. I shouldn't have any hardbacks in here. Ooh. I just don't own that many hardbacks. They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. I know a lot of people have read this. I'm pretty sure it's not a TV show or anything, but I feel like it's going to have quite similar vibes to The Midnight Library, and I really love that book. So, I hold out hope for that one. Next, we have another thick one. Any guesses? Could be... It's not Spanish Love Deception. It's not if this gets out. I actually have no idea. It's Dune! Or Dune, depending on how you say it. The thing with this book is, I'm pretty sure I've creased the spine. Love that. It has, like, no chapters. No, like, breaks. It is just text. So I really wanted to read this in one day, sort of sit down and allow my, when it was like a TikTok trend to read it in one day, I wanted to like do that. Maybe for a video, maybe just for me, just so I can like fully indulge myself in the book, because obviously it's a series. It is probably the most classic sort of like space journey voyage sci-fi book you'll ever set your hands on. And this is the cover that was released for 50th anniversary, and I think it's really cute, really pretty. I love it. I'm having coffee at 20 to 7 at night. Don't, it's fine. Ooh, another paperback. I say another paperback after we've established I don't own hardbacks. I think I own about 4. Ooh, yes. A romance I'm so excited to read. The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. And I feel like there are mixed feelings about this book. Some people really like the movie who haven't read the book, and then people who've read the book said it's a bit like mediocre, or maybe like a bit young for the age, or like a bit too overdone, but it's a workplace romance. That's kind of all I know. Maybe like this is long-standing rival. So is this one where they work in a publishing company? I think it is. Is it? No. I don't know what it's about, but excited nonetheless. And it looks like a really easy read. So maybe another Sunday book. This book I had already unwrapped, and I knew what it was. So it's a skeleton, and it's Science and Wonders by BBC produced writer. Oh, there we go. Russell Stannard. And basically it's conversations about science and belief. I bought it a year ago from like a car boot sale thing. It's been annotated, which is like really cute. But I was a lot into physics back then. But it's sort of like the kind of non-fiction I like. It's not too like textbooky, and it's still like digestible, and the margins are massive. So I can respond and write my notes. Excited about that. This is another one I semi-unwrapped. And just from that clock, I knew it was The Philosophy of Time by Alan Stephen. I picked this up in the works. The text, again, really simple to read. It's not like prevailingly biographical or anything. I want to be busy. In like a I'm being useful busy, not as in I'm busy because I'm lying in my bed doing nothing. So I got that in essence of becoming more productive. Chef's kiss. Terms and conditions. An absolute banger. I'm so excited to give this a go. I think I rated the fine print a 4-star, which doesn't seem that, it was either a 4 or 3-star, and I know it doesn't seem that high, but this will be like my first arranged marriage, forced marriage. It will be my first like marriage trope. I don't think I've read any cycling through my mind that are like that. So I'm so excited. I feel like I'm saying that for every book, but I'm genuinely so excited. It's like Christmas. I love Christmas. Oh my gosh. Next we have another big old boy. Oh, what? The Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown. I'm not gonna lie, I bought this book in my Imitation Game era when I was obsessed with biographical films starring Benedict Cumberbatch. The spine is very well created. There will be no creases on this book. Bloody hell. It's like beautiful. I'm excited though. I've not read anything by Dan Brown, but I've heard a lot about him. A lot of like guys that I speak to really rave about his writing. So I'm hoping it's gonna be cool. And it's like art history, and you've got like Harvard professor. This might be the first book I own. I know what it is. I know it's like a philosophy book, and I know that the text is incredibly small. Thank you. Again, maybe it's not philosophy. Yes, it is. I actually have no idea. But it's The Sorrow Beyond Dreams by Peter Handke? Handke? I don't know. Okay, I might have exaggerated. The text is not that big. But it won the winner of Nobel Prize in Literature. Check him out. I have no idea. I will be going into this blind. I don't know if it's a short story, if it's like a mini memoir. But it says about his mother in World War II on the back. So, could be like a creative non-fiction. That would be quite cool to get my teeth into. We are on our second pile. Exciting times. Ooh, okay. The Unbearable Lightness of Being by Milan Kundera. Milan? Yeah. I saw a girl read this at uni and she really recommended it to me. I like walked up to her and I was like, oh, what book are you reading? And she was like this. Oh my god, the chapters are like really small. The Unbearable Lightness of Being is a story of irreconcilable love and infidelities in which Milan Kundera addresses himself to the nature of the 20th century being, offering a wide range of brilliant and amusing philosophical speculations, first published in 1984. Ooh, yeah. I feel like when I do a lot of like my own writing, I tend to write in sort of like speculative, prosing, philosophical ways. Like, I prefer writing in proses because it's like writing how you talk. And it's a bit more camp and informal. And I feel like it's easier for the reader if you write that way. Why is it white? Oh. Oh my god, Karen, you can't just ask people why they're white. How to find love in a bookshop. I think it's just how to find love. But it says in a bookshop. It is How to Find Love in a Bookshop by Veronica Henry. Again, picked it up just for the cover. There was a book. It was like this in the shop. And there was a book on... I was in a bookshop and there was a bookshop on the front. So I put two and two together and was like, the universe is... I was on a book buying ban. And I felt like it was a sign that the universe was telling me that I need to own a book in a bookshop. So I did exactly that and I have no regrets. Unless the book is terrible, then I will get back to you on that. Yeah! Okay. I own 2 Murakami texts. I absolutely own Music by Murakami and Ozawa. And then I have something about birds. I don't remember. You just have to bear with me. And I've not read any of his work. I know a lot of people recommend it, but this is like a conversation. So it goes from Murakami to Ozawa, quite like conversationally. It's like set out like a script, a bit like Daisy Jones and the Six, but more literature and music. Icon. The hopefully brilliant 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Again, it's another one I just don't know anything about. I know it's one of Alexa Ray's 5-star reads. That is it. That is all I know. But I'm excited. It's another one where I don't know whether to annotate it or not. I guess we'll cross that bridge when I get to it. We have Trinity by Louisa Hall, which is a biographical telling of Robert Oppenheimer's atomic bomb by the cover. Again, the cover blew me away. I'm really into science. I think this could be a really good Saturday. We are on our last pile of books. We have 6 left. I'm gonna open number 3 because I'm pretty sure it's a Spanish love deception. I know myself so well. By Elena Armas. I know a lot of people have conflicting views about this. Some people love it, some people hate it. I don't really want to lean one way or the other until I've read it. I also own The American Roommate Experiment, which I'm reading in February. So I'm excited for that. Is this like fake dating? I think it's fake dating. Presumably. I don't know. A lot of these books I just don't know anything about. And I feel like it's better that way because I'm not going in with like these expectations. Like, I know, I think it was Sarah, might have been Destiny, went into ACOTAR without knowing anything about it, and she loved it. So, without any spoilers as well, which is quite impressive in today's age. Next, we have Ian McEwan's Atonement. I have seen half of the movie with Keira Knightley and James McAvoy and Saoirse Ronan. It was a lot more like... There was a lot more sex in it than I thought there was gonna be. English students probably would have read this at A-level. or in AP English if you're like American and that's what you do. I haven't, because I didn't, but I want to. Oh god, that was a terrible rip. Can you see that? Ugh. Oh yeah. Okay. We have The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. This is a book I really want to annotate, but I think it will be... I always struggle with annotating on the first read. I think I might just read it first and then annotate it after. I feel like that would be like more beneficial. But I really want to like have it covered in like tabs and everything. I think it will look so pretty. I'm so excited. It's one thing I really want to get into after receiving like all the coloured tabs that other booktubers use for Christmas. Third to last, we have Plato's The Republic. I really want to get into actual philosophy. Obviously Plato is one of the main ones to go for. I didn't know which book to get first. I didn't know whether to start with like Socrates or Plato and then which book of Plato's. So I just went for The Republic. I don't really know what to do with it, but I'm really interested to branch out, learn more. The penultimate book is Tessa Bailey's It Happened One Summer. Oh my god, this book's so fat. It's not even that many pages, it's like 400. It's just, I think it's just because the cover is so stiff. Before I read this, again, heard great things. I've not seen anyone who's rated it quite low. I also don't know the trope. Is it like childhood friends to lovers? I don't know. I have no idea. But the last book, I really need to like get into knowing what these books are about. We have Letters to Poseidon. I just said Poseidon. Letters to Poseidon by C's Newtonbaum. I don't know how to say your name. I'm sorry. But I thought it was going to be like... another one I know nothing. I think it's the actual author, I believe. The actual author, so says Noteboom. Oh, Dutch, yeah. It would be like Noteboom or something like that. Writes to the trident wielding deity Poseidon. Fixed it. Initiating a dialogue not only with the past, as Alberto Mangual observes in his preface, but with an entire world that seems lost forever, offering a seductive interweaving of keen observation and its fruits of vast knowledge. Noteboom explores questions of human existence through the living world around him and marvels at the wonders of the deep. So again, another like philosophical prose thingy. It's really small, it's like 250 pages. Love that. What a win. I have quite a lot of small books, but when they're wrapped, they look like daunting. Though I have been reading some of my more figure books in January, but you will see that in my wrap up, which I will film on February 1st. Happy birthday, Harry. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna go now. I have to put all of these books back on that thingy behind those two piles of books, which is my February TBR and then books that I bought and then other books that I unwrapped yesterday with my friend that I actually didn't want to read. So I'm going to do that